The Enga Provincial Government has entered into a strategic partnership with an Israeli company to develop a nucleus agricultural estate in the Lagaip district aimed at producing high-yielding food crops. The 50-50 partnership between Innovative Agro Industries and the provincial government will involve 320 households who will receive technical assistance as well. The project will be located at the abandoned Talum Agricultural Research Station, which has several hectares of unused government land. Scott Waide with this special report from Enga.
This scenic location is where the Talum High Altitude Research Station used to be. For the Enga Provincial Government, this is an important state asset that has remained largely unused for half a decade. The provincial government is trying to rebuild this place with investments worth 23 million kina. It's a 50-50 joint venture with an Israeli company, Innovative Agro Industries. Yesterday, the Israeli delegation arrived in Wapinamanda. In Waide, they were introduced to members of the Provincial Assembly. This is a high-level project driven by the provincial government and supported by members of the Provincial Executive Council.
So the government has tried to invest into agricultural incentives or commodities that can provide that rural economic sustenance for our people, and the opportunities that have come out in the food crops, basically in investing in vegetables and food crops as a way of cash crops has become a really big thing, and the partnership with the Israelis actually provides us with that opportunity to invest in what basically staple vegetables and food crops are already being farmed by rural farmers in the high altitude areas.
At the project site, they met with clan representatives. The investment comes as Enga Province works steadily on various fronts towards repairing a reputation that has suffered over the years. Half a decade ago, the agriculture station was forced to close by two warring clans. For many outside of Enga, placing a 23 million kina investment, partly funded by a foreign investor, in the middle of a fighting zone is unthinkable. The Enga Provincial Government has a different view. It is working on the principle that if you give people something of high value, give them responsibility and seek their involvement, the instances of tribal fighting will steadily diminish.
I'm seeing a lot of changes take place in the mentality of the people. People are tired about tribal fights. I want you to understand, we're the last frontier. We're the last frontier. We're just trying to catch up with the rest of Papua New Guinea. Sometimes rather than walking, we'll start running and we'll stumble. Maybe I think that is how I could explain. Yeah.
Unlike neighboring Western Highlands, the availability of agricultural land is limited. The focus of this project is to use technology and skills brought by the Israelis to produce high-yielding crops that can be exported.
We like to cooperate together with the small farmer. The idea is to give access to the fresh produce that's producing here in Enga Province, in Sirunki, and to sort them, to package them, to work together with the community here, to help them to collect all the produce and package it and deliver it to the market in Mosby. We believe that there is market, but the access to market is very tough.
Agricultural extension station that we'll be putting up at Surunki will actually provide for a per cycle that's about 2,200 tons of vegetable produce. 1,000 of that will be produced by the estate itself, the farm estate. The other 1,200 will be farmed out through extension support to local farmers. Per cycle, it's estimated that 320 farmers, smallholder farmers will plant that, providing an estimated 6,000 kina per cycle to each of the 320 households.
The farms managed by the company will act as a nucleus, supported by 320 farming families. The Enga Provincial Government wants to see a transfer of skills from the Israelis to the 320 families. If successful, this model will be replicated in other parts of the province. Scott Waide, National EMTV News, Waide.